Good morning, everyone. This morning we are going to elaborate a kind of medical subject, or in other words, a kind of subject that has lots of affiliation with our health, lot to do with our health. The title of this subject is little funny. It's A, B, C, D. But this is the acronym. The full form is enzyme, blood pressure, cholesterol, and depression. A, B, C, D. These four conditions actually play a very important role in our well-being. With these four things balance, or if these four things are in equilibrium, we are going to feel very healthy life, very healthy mental and physical life. Every single thing would be hunky-dory. We are not going to have any kind of problem, no cardiac problem, no mental problem, no any kind of health-related problem, or no any kind of other problems relating to our moods, relating to our mental balance and all that. Point number one is enzymes. Boosting our health. Enzymes actually boost our health. It can actually balance our hormonal secretion. And for general health, our enzymes are the most important thing. If you feel happy about your health, if you have no any kind of problem in the health, with the health, if you get up early in the morning and you are energetic, all day you are energized, that means your enzymes are actually working properly. Because of the enzyme, most of the function of the body and the organic function occur. If we don't have enzyme in our mouth, then our food will never be digested. If we don't have enzyme in our gut, the food is going to remain undigested for years. So every single thing that we have, every health matter is actually totally dependent upon our enzymes. They play a very, very paramount role in keeping our health. Point number two is blood pressure. If you have obesity, if you are overweight, and if you have lots of fat on your body, that fat, cutaneous or subcutaneous, these fats are going to block the blood flow in your heart. Blood will be disrupted while entering into the heart and interrupted while passing out of the heart. The heart has to function very, very harshly. It has to pump the blood forcefully, and in that kind of forceful process, our heart muscles get damaged, and eventually our heart stops functioning. We call it cardiac arrest. All of a sudden, person is going to go blip, gone already, without any kind of sign, without any kind of signal. And that happens when your heart is totally saturated with fat. Heart is covered with fat, arteries have fat, cutaneous and subcutaneous. Outside the arteries, the fat is deposited. Inside the arteries, the fat is deposited. And this fat is actually going to block the smooth flow of blood. When smooth flow of blood gets disrupted or impeded, that blood would not go into the heart, and the blood will not come out of the heart, and we are going to suffer from different kind of cardiac ailments and eventually cardiac arrest. Point number three, cholesterol. Cholesterol is a kind of protein. Two kinds of cholesterols are there: bad cholesterol, good cholesterol. Good cholesterol is actually keeping our arteries absolutely clean of all kinds of debris, all kinds of garbage. Bad cholesterol is actually too sticky. It sticks on the walls of our arteries, interior walls of the arteries, and whatever passes through the arteries, most of the thing gets stuck or get, because of the sticky product, they get stuck on that wall, and the wall diameter actually gets narrow and narrower and narrowest, and eventually the blood supply does not actually reach to our body, or heart has to work very hard to in order to pump the blood everywhere, because like for example our pipe's diameter is one, we can say 1 inch, and now some kind of corrosion has occurred and the diameter has narrowed to about half inch. So we are going to get only 50% of the water supply. The same thing happens with our body, that when our arteries are clogged up. So if they are clogged up 20%, then 20% less supply, 50%, then 50% less supply, and the person has to go for bypass surgery or angioplasty and all sorts of things in order to clean all kinds of debris from our arteries. That happens mainly because of the cholesterol. Person should watch his cholesterol intake, and the least amount of cholesterol must be consumed so that our arteries are not clogged up, our arteries are not clotted, and the blood supply is actually flowing 100% to and from our cardia, our heart. Point number 4 is depression. Mental disorder. Depression occurs for many reasons. Monetary depression is there, seasonal depression is there, hormonal depression is there. When our serotonin, melatonin flow properly, no depression, but when this kind of, not melanin, but melatonin flows in our body, more melatonin, the more depression. Dopamine, serotonin, adrenaline, these kind of hormones, they are actually keeping you upbeat all the time. But when melatonin actually is secreted too much, our mood actually swings from bad to worse and worse to worst. So depression actually has irritability. Person will suffer from irritability, he would be depressed all the time, he would not like to talk to anyone, he would not like to do anything, and he would have, or she would have, suicidal tendency. Person would choose to commit suicide and end this kind of drag of life. But help is available, different kind of medicines are available. Medicine named Prodep is the best medicine available for depression. You don't have to kill yourselves just because the depression is there. Depression can be due to many reasons, and all we have to do is to just find what has actually caused you the depression. For example, loss of money, or loss of, God forbid, family member, or divorce, or even small skirmishes with our partner. And even lovers, if they have any kind of skirmishes, they actually break up. Then they get depressed. And the depression is a kind of thing that eventually it actually fizzles out. It is not a permanent syndrome. But for a few days, if you can tolerate yourself, if you can take care of yourself, and eat ice cream or any kind of sweet thing, carbohydrate, more carbohydrate, the less of the depression. And within 15 to 20 days or a month, depression will fizzle out. You don't have to kill yourself. So these are the ABCD of our health. Thank you very much for listening. That's all the time we have. See you again next time. Until then, God bless everyone on this planet. Amen.